Hey guys, what's up? It's Chris with the Empire X. I'm gonna show you how to replace a stock Virtue or a stock board with the Virtue Eye board. This is the Virtue Blue Laser Eyes. I normally play with this in my marker. I just took it out so that way I could show you how to install it onto your marker. And there is one thing, I need to clean a little bit of paint off it, which has actually made my eye board malfunction just a little bit. The solenoid just doesn't fire right away, but other than that it's fine. I'm gonna order a new piece though. But normally I play with this. This is $30. I highly recommend you pick one of these up. The way the Virtue Eyes work is one of these is a receiver as normal, one of them is a sender as normal, but they're colored so you can see it and make sure that your eyes are working right away. And instead of the regular 80-gram micro switch, this is a 20-gram micro switch, which means that it takes a lot less effort to push it down. So let's get right down into taking the axe apart. Let me just put all these. I took all the screws and everything out already, so slide this off. Alright, first what you want to do is you want to undo the solenoid. Right, undo the solenoid wire. You always want to pull on the harness, not on the wire. And then you're going to want to unscrew your air transfer tube first, then the solenoid. Now there's some people that say when you unscrew these 6 screws, there's a certain way to do it. I don't agree with that because I actually take the solenoid off. So I just take them off, one at a time, and then just put them in order the way I took them off. Now, I made sure, hopefully, that the Virtue Eye board is straight, but what you want to do is sometimes when you get an eye board, I'll show you this with the stock one just as a point of reference once I get it off. Once you when you get eyes that come on a board like this instead of like Ego eyes or G3 eyes or something. Alright, hold on. You take this off. There's a little piece on here. Wants to come off. It's got the little ball bearing for the quick release. Don't worry about it. To get this out, you want to grab it by the black piece on the micro switch. Just lightly wiggle it. Then grab it by the front, lightly wiggle it. And as it comes up, you just pull it straight up and out. Now, sometimes what happens is when you get an eye board is, this goes straight in. There's 2 little holes right next to the detents. Sometimes this will be bent, right? So see here, it's straight. Sometimes they can get a little bent, like that. Just bent this one on purpose. What you want to do is you want to take your finger, pointer finger, put it on the board, your thumb, and just push, just a little bit, and straighten it out. And that's it. And make sure that the solder joints are good, make sure that they're on there and that they're not disconnected. Now this is the Virtue board, you can tell because it's black. It says Virtue right there. So once again, take the gun, flip it upside down. Make sure that the micro switch is at the back. Just very lightly set it in. And like I said, I already had this straightened up. And now, again, that little piece that comes off when you do take the air transfer manifold off, you're going to want to take it and put it flat so that it's flush against this. It's going to swivel. Then you take the air transfer manifold plate, place it right over that, put all the screws on it just until they're snug. And I know I've said this before, but you never need any more pressure on an Allen key than when you're doing it like this. You always want to tighten like this instead of like this. But when you loosen something, obviously you can loosen it like this, because you're not gonna over loosen it, which is impossible. Now I'll show you how the Virtue eyes look once I put everything back together. Alright, now I just snug everything down, make sure it's in there good. Don't want it being too loose. You definitely don't want your eyes rattling around on you. You know, that's a big no-no. But you don't want to over tighten it and cause problem with the board. So, there you go. The Virtue eyes are successfully installed. Let's just take the solenoid, screw it back in. That goes in the first hole. Make sure you clip in the solenoid into the eye board. You might hear a click, you might not. As long as you know it's in there snug, you know you can rattle it and it won't come out. Then screw on your air transfer tube. Make sure it's in there good. Take bottom, and I always take the spring out for the quick release because it'll fly off. Make sure you set that in there good. You want to make sure you get that in there good. Almost, not completely perfect, but you know, as close as you can get to perfect. Then snug it down. Make sure your trigger isn't, you know, cutting into any screws or anything. Put your grip screws back on. Put the back on. Slide the grip frame back on, or the foregrip. Make sure you line it up. Now these little screws on the grip frame, or the foregrip, I'm sorry. It's the foregrip, not the grip frame. I don't know why I want to keep calling it that. These little screws always give me hell. So like the smaller the screw, the harder it is to do. But here we go. As you can hear, it fires successfully, and I turned it off. There's your blue Virtue eyes. Alright, there you go. Thank you for watching.